Call this meeting to order. Determined there's a quorum present. Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Nettleton, Commissioner Flores, and myself, we have a quorum. If y'all will please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Commissioner Wardlaw, if you don't mind leading us in that.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
So much easier with this one. You like that one, didn't you? I hear some stuff.
Short guy.
Item 5, approving minutes.
Move.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Under judges' comments, I'm going to move that up real quick because there were some people that are going to make citizens' comments and they were asking some questions. So, starting on Monday, Mr. Miller, Sid Miller with Agriculture from the state of Texas, he called, left a message, and then when we called back, and Carl Esser had also visited with him. We'd applied a couple of times for $1 million grant that would help Comstock with some storage tanks, and then San Felipe Pastures in Precinct 2 with some water storage tanks also. And in Precinct 4, along the Vega Verde Road, there was 3 projects that we applied funds for. We were told this week that there is $1 million there that Robert E. County has been awarded. So it looks like we'll have to go in and reapply for those again and tell them exactly what we're doing, but the money's already there. So it's a good thing. So I wanted to go ahead and put that out there. I know that there were some comments and concerns from people in the audience. At this time, we'll go to citizens' comments. Is it Kathy?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. If you don't mind, you'll just come on up here to the podium and state your name and then your concerns. We won't be able, like I was explaining a little while ago, we won't be able to address y'all or answer questions with y'all, but you've got the floor now. Go ahead.
Kathy Weasel. Concerning about the mailbox being replaced down on Vega Verde Road. And Rosie, we put our own mailbox in front of our house. And now Rosie tells us that she cannot deliver the mail to our house. She's on a GPS, so she can only go so far, and they track her every day how far she goes. So we have to go to the post office to get our mail. Why can't she come down to our house and all the way down to the dead end to deliver people's mail?
Okay. And again, then we won't be able to answer questions or have a dialogue with you, but
Okay,
you said it, and I'm sure that you'll get the response.
okay, thank
I
you.
can say that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So get in trouble. Mr. Rivas, Frank Rivas?
Good evening, Council. Thank you for your time. I appreciate the generosity with your time. We're here on a selfish note. I'm a resident of Vega Verde Road, actually a new resident of Del Rio, having lived here 2 years. I live at 8767 Vega Verde, which is right on the riverside. So we have a number of questions that I want to pose, and I understand that we may not be able to get answers, but at least go on record and then a follow-up, and then we'll go from there, I guess. So my first and the biggest thing that a lot of the residents are chatting about is our mailboxes. I'm not sure, I think some of you may be aware of what happened out there, but our mailboxes were just annihilated. We had a community mailbox with multiple boxes, and somebody just took it out entirely. So we're without a mailbox, and as Kathy had mentioned, we're going to the post office to pick our mail up. One of the things I don't understand is why we have to come all the way across town to pick up our mail, and we have a post office that's a lot closer to us. So they said we can't do that. We're having all your mail over here. It would be ideal to have mailboxes in our front yards, because up the road, they stop. So there are residents up the road that have mailboxes, and for some reason, they stop at a certain point, right at the community mailbox. So that's my first question to the council. And I don't know who would be the one following up on this, but I can certainly leave information if somebody wants to contact me, and I can make myself available. The other thing a lot of people questions have is, of course, we have the wall going on there, and the heavy construction is tearing up the road. So we want to ensure that something is being planned to redo that road or reconstruct that road once it's done. I heard some chatter that Tewitt, the contractor out there, has mentioned that they might redo the road, which would be very generous of them and very nice. I mean, considering that they're probably the ones that tore it up in the first place. We'd like to see what's going to happen with that. And we'd like to make sure that it's a good job, not just a past job. Water for Vega Verde Road, you just mentioned that, so thank you, Judge, for mentioning that. That was one of the things on my questions here. Another question I had is, are there any long-term plans by the city, county, state, for the development of Vega Verde Road? Is there anything 10-year plan, 20-year plan, long-term, or even short-term plans that are available for us to kind of keep an eye? I'd heard a while back, and I read in some research that I did, that there was a new POE that was going to cross over Vega Verde, kind of connecting the airport and coming in. I'm not sure if some of you have heard about that, but it kind of went dead. I'm sure you have. I'm being facetious, obviously. So I don't know. In going back and doing the research, I can't figure out if it was put on ice, if it's something that's going to happen. What are the long-term plans for that kind of thing? So that's another point of interest that I had. The other thing, is there a schedule for when that wall will be completed? And the last thing I have for the council is, I had understood when I moved there, there was a lot or some land and lots that were cleared, and I understood that was going to be for a city park, county park, or something of that nature. But I could never find out anything about that. I don't know if there's any information on that anywhere. And that's all I have. You have any questions for me?
You can't ask.
You can't ask. I understand. And forgive me for not understanding the formalities. I'll try to get more involved with the council and active. And anything that I can do to help, please, I'm here to assist in any way.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. I only had two under citizens' comments. So we'll move on to item 7, approving monthly reports from elected officials.
Move.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 8, approving bills for payment.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 9, discussion and possible action to approve the auditor's report. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10, discussion and possible action for the following budget adjustments. Tax assessor collector office transfer $10,000 from office supplies to postage.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. B, Justice of the Peace Precinct 2, transfer $1,000 from fund balance JP2 account. The account number is 1702-12. Thank you.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item C, attorneys, $40,000.
This is for engineering attorneys and,
Indigent defense.
yes, engineering defense.
We ran out of money under where it says attorneys other, $500,000.
Right, we did. What's going on there is, in past 1920s years, we were around about 550. Then the pandemic happened, that dropped it down to about 3, high 2s. And now we're, of course, coming back on, trials are happening. We did have, I believe, 2 or 3
What are we
capital.
expecting to carry to the end of the year?
Well, that's our estimate here, is what we're hoping.
You're hoping to cover it?
That's what we're hoping. If this budget adjustment is approved, this will take it to 540, which is still below last year at 556. This is going to take it to 540.
Where do we get the money from?
The money's going to come from, more than likely, it would come from contingency, Commissioner, unless this court decided
We have money in contingency for the rest of the three, if that's what the court
We
would
make
like.
a motion to approve out of contingency.
Second. And we'll book more money in this next go-round. Motion,
Is
Commissioner.
none of this related to Operation Lone Star? Did we get some of that out of there? I don't know. I'm just
They're paid
asking.
entirely from a different fund, through Lumber.
Yeah.
Those guys are made-
The answer to that is no. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Audit, $7,000 from available appropriations.
That's true. We did sign a new contract for 3 years that we signed after the budget. Now, this is an increase of $7,000, but it's locked in for 3 years. So if we take that $7,000, it's going to be
Does that
about,
include this year's audit?
it will, yes. This 7,000, yes, will include. So we got about a 2.7 raise per those 3 years with the increase. Because usually at 48, now it's at 52.
When did we sign the contract? I forgot.
January, I want to say, I believe, Judge. Yeah, the contract was signed, it was brought
Did
before
they
court.
finish the audit by then?
No,
No,
they did not. No, they weren't even started.
And we'd already budgeted the 48, in the budget for the 23-24 fiscal year.
I believe it was 45 is what we budgeted, but we should have budgeted 48 because that happened a
Motion
little
to
bit,
approve
yes.
out of contingency.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Appraisal, District, $48,288.60 from available appropriations. Explain that one, the school. and-
Sure. More than likely, we're all familiar with how their budget is set up. Their budget is funded by the entities, the taxing entities. And what they're doing there is you pay in proportion to the revenue that you're going to bring in. So more than likely, what I think would happen here, we have to set our budget up and they set their budget up. Now, it's not finalized until everyone sets their tax rate. And we do know that the school district had that big exemption that reduced probably their revenues for the exemption. So I'm thinking that's where a lot of this
Bottom line
funding
is,
is coming from.
we budgeted what the appraisal district had told us that they needed.
In their budget, but nobody's tax rates are set at that time yet.
So the school districts went down and ours went up.
More than likely, if we're going.
Where do we get the money from again? I mean,
Well, Commissioner, if this court approves, yes, more than likely.
there
we
plenty of
can-
it there?
There was like $169,215 when I looked.
Didn't we give them money back from last year's budget?
Give it back? No, they're holding it, remember? Yeah, you're absolutely right. They are.
How
This
much
is,
was that?
this is about I'm gonna just throw numbers out here, but it's in the 20s and 30s, I believe.
Maybe they could use that.
You would think, and that would be a great question when they approach this court come budget season.
Let's table
You
it
can-
and bring it back to next meeting. Let's figure out how much money they got available.
Okay, yeah, because this bill's not gonna be due for about another 3 months. So you guys could do that if you wanna do that.
Yeah.
Motion to
And
table
this,
this, bring it back.
I have a motion. Okay. Second. We'll end up having to pay it. A motion to table, Commissioner Flores, who seconded? Well, he had a motion to table, so did we get a second?
Martine was one.
Okay, we already got a second, motion to table, so we can't talk about it. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 11, no need. Item 12, you're up. Discussion and possible action on a request that the Commissioners Court enter an order pursuant to 34.05 parentheses I, the Texas Property Tax Code, of successful bidder through the sealed bid process of certain property previously struck off pursuant to 34.01 parentheses C of Texas Property Code for delinquent tax ad valorem taxes owed to Valverde County, City of Del Rio, and San Felipe Del Rio Consolidated Independent School District. Yes, ma'am.
Sonia Gonzalez, judge for the record with the Linebacker Law Firm. We have 3 bids. Obviously, per the code, anything that falls under the minimum bid, we are required to bring it to the governmental entities for consideration. I don't know if you have the package before you. Do you want me to go through them individually?
What do you want?
How would you all prefer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we
I'm not
have,
familiar with them, so.
first bid, we have a bid on a property that was struck off since 2018, which basically means it's been off the roll. It was struck off for $35,000. All the entities did approve to lower the initial minimum bid of $20,000, and we have received a bid for $8,000. There are post-judgment taxes due, on that property that'll come out to $8,488. I can name the individual, go into that if you'd like.
Where's
but
it
that-
located?
This one is located, if you look in the packet here, it is 305 East Ogden Street.
Commercial?
No, it looks like it's a vacant lot.
And it's been off since 2018, so we've not been
2018,
collecting.
correct. It
any.
has not been
So if
taxed.
we go ahead and accept it, we can start collecting taxes next year.
Yes, we do have to take these, we wanted to bring it to you first, we have to take it to the other entities for consideration as well. But if all goes well, it's back on the tax.
Motion to approve it. Is there a second?
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? The motion is for all three properties. Are you okay, or you want to go
Yeah, all
to the
three
rest
of
of the
them.
properties? Monday?
All three should.
Okay. Second accept? Vote is okay?
Yes.
We're good. I'm good. Just-
Thank you, I
Thank you,
have
ma'am.
proposed orders here, Judge, and I just handed,
If you can just,
I just require your signature next to
okay. Well, it's all good. Thank you so much. Item 13, discussion possible action on lease agreement for the Del Rio Laughlin Youth Soccer League.
Move. Second.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item 14, discussion possible action, $7,000 from available appropriation support Del Rio Chamber on a purchase of a program that allows to track special events. Just bear with me.
Is it?
We always ask how many people, every time we give hot tax money, how many people come into our community? How many people, does George Paul bring in? How many people did the solar deal bring in? Where did they go eat? Where did they stay? The Del Rio Chamber of Commerce is partnering with the Hispanic Chamber in order to purchase a program that they could give us those details, as to who comes in and basically, when we give out the hot tax money, is it worth handing that hot tax money to somebody? And does that event bring in people?
Judge,
So, yes, sir.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Would this be something like to, track or locate another eclipse?
I guess we could.
And I've got another question for you. The 7,000, is that just our share or is that all of it?
It's
or-
about 18,000 and change for all three. They were gonna try to split it 3 ways, but they didn't like the number 6,000, so I put in 7.
Make a motion to approve our hot tax one.
I'll second that.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 15, discussion possible action to purchase a scanner and printer for the purchasing department.
Second.
Money to come out of,
We need a budget adjustment from auto expense to office supplies.
I'll amend my motion to make a budget adjustment from auto expense to office supplies.
Motion accept.
have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 16, do we have anybody here from the city on the Turters? That was easy. Item 17, discussion possible action on dissolving the historical commission. Before we get into conversation, 17 and 18. Item 18, discussion possible action on appointing new members to historical commission. We have a historical commission. They have not met here, in some months or years. So I put this on the agenda to be able to start fresh. If y'all will, make a motion, if y'all so see fit, to dissolve the historical commission the way it sits now, and then bring back in 45 days, we'll give an opportunity for people to apply to be on the historical commission, and it'll give, members of the court to go out and have people come back and see if they want to be on here.
Motion to dissolve the historical commission and to accept applications. for new members.
Okay.
So Judge, how do they come about
They
applying?
can apply here at the judge's office, just come in and apply, or they can visit with either one of y'all. And if they'll give y'all a name, then I'll bring it back to the court, in 1, 2, 3 meetings. That'll give us enough time to put a packet together
Fair enough.
for the court. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action to change the June 19 Commissioners Court
Motion to
meeting.
move to June 18th,
Second.
same time.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 20, discussion possible action to pay taxes on the county property located on 10th Street, appraisal district, and I'm not throwing rocks at the appraisal district. I want to make sure I say that. The title didn't change, but it be paid from available appropriations. And again, I'm not throwing rocks at the appraisal district. It's like 8,000 and change. I think it should be in the package. $8,827.23. We did get money back on escrow when we bought the property, but the available appropriations today, sundry, where would we get the money today to pay it?
Well, available appropriation come out of contingency. What we can do, we can look at where the land was bought. That's probably where the refund was put back in.
Okay.
So,
Motion to approve and to take out, the money that was left over from the first.
Okay. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 21, discussion possible action of approval to accept the playground at Irene Cardwell School from the San Felipe Del Rio Consolidated Independent School District, about 4, Valverde County, Precinct 2.
Motion.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez.
Second.
Commissioner Wardlaw gave a second. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 22, discussion possible action for invoices number 7 and number 8 to be paid out of Richard Zamora, Texas Infrastructure Development Group for engineering services.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that, Judge.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez, and these funds right here are Carlos. They're still within, the contract. Okay. Just to be perfectly clear. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 23, discussion possible action to let residents know that for maintenance purposes, North Cantu Road is the responsibility of Precinct 3, and South of Cantu Road is the responsibility of Precinct 4. Do you know that?
Just for clarification, there's a misconception coming from the sheriff's department. Deputies think that all Cantu belongs to Precinct 4. Now, residents, the same thing, and that's the reason I put this item here. I mean, from the center of Cantu, north is Precinct 3, south is Precinct 4. As simple as that.
We had this discussion during redistricting that we weren't going to split the road.
Well, you can have it all. Both sides.
No, you accepted it. You wanted it.
It's on the redistricting. I mean, it's not, it's on there. You got a map, Carlos?
Not really. I can pull it out.
Can you please?
Think slow, right? I could run away and then catch myself coming back. He said he could.
I'm working.
Can we come back to it?
No, we can come back. We can come back.
Until he gets it, that way we can move on. Can I have a motion to table for just a little bit? Are you getting it? Okay. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second.
Second.
Commissioner Vasquez, and we'll bring it back as soon as he pulls it up. All in favor of tabling it for a little bit? Aye. Item 24, discussion possible action to approve the purchase of a Caterpillar loader for Precinct 2 in the mountain.
Motion to approve.
129. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 25, discussion possible action to authorize the purchase agent to formally advertise for bids to purchase a used day cab for Precinct 1.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 26, discussion possible action to approve the extension of the elevator contract, RFP 2313 for the county.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. You're doing real good, Melissa. Item 27, discussion possible action for approval to declare the following items as surplus.
Approve this presented.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carried. That was awesome. You did
Thank
great.
you. Well, I shortened it a little bit.
And Commissioner Nettleton, if you'll take care of 28 and 29, because they deal with my property.
Discussion and possible action, final approval of plat establishing Owens Family Subdivision Unit 2, being a 10.63 acre tract of land out of survey number 159, abstract 0136, establishing lots 1 through 20, block 1, accepting letters of credit for the subdivision improvements and authorizing county, the county judge can't sign this.
I would say Judge Pro Tem.
Authorizing Judge Pro Tem to sign subdivision construction agreement.
Motion approved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item 29, discussion of possible action accepting 3-71 watt LED streetlights at Owens Family Subdivision Unit 2 and granting permission to install lights as per current franchise agreement with Valverde County and AEP for the operating cost, and authorizing Judge Pro Tem to sign. Streetlights to be paid by developer.
Motion.
Motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second.
Second.
Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. Item 30, discussion possible action to ratify the use of the county chairs and fans for a city event that was held May 31st.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Item 31 and item 32. I've been informed that both items,
Judge, under the Texas tax code, neither of these two items, as they were presented with the supporting documentation, qualify for a waiver of penalty and/or interest or refund, again, under the tax code.
I have a motion to deny item 31 and 32 because for that reason. The motion was made by Commissioner Vasquez and seconded Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against on both items 31 and 32? Thank you. Item 33, discussion possible action to authorize the county judge to sign the contract with Valverde County and MRGDC to participate in the student fund. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 34, discussion possible action to enact a ban on fireworks, missiles with fins, and it's basically sticks. Did you do that? Yes, sir. You did, Commissioner Wardlaw. Anybody second? Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 35, discussion possible action to approve an order on prohibiting all outdoor burning in the unincorporated
Motion
areas.
to approve.
I have a motion. Jesus Christ, I was like. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores. Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Carlos, you want to take a little bit of time and go in executive and then come back?
I will make some rounds.
You got it?
I will make some rounds of Dr. Bagatron.
Okay. We will go back to item 23, discussion possible action to let residents know that for maintenance purposes, North Cantu Road is responsibility of precinct 3, South Cantu Road is responsibility of precinct 4. Okey dokey. Don't split it too much, you know.
You don't have the map
Yes.
showing the line? We don't need the meet and bound, we need the map with the line.
But it will be the mids and bounds, which I wanted to actually tell you where is the road, because on the map it's just showing. On the map, it's you're not gonna tell the difference. On the mids and bounds, it's where you know if it's center line or north right away or south.
Could you,
You read all the meets and bounds?
well, that's gonna be wrong.
So it's gonna be the division between the precinct 40 and, it's this one. So it reads that the election precinct 40 has moved to the north, beginning at the intersection of Wildcat, then along the center line of Wildcat in the north direction up to the intersection of Wildcat and Cantu, then along the center line of Wildcat, West Cantu Road in the west and northwesterly direction up to the intersection of Nicolas Street. So it is in the center line of Cantu.
So explain who's where or what.
So if your division is within the center line, everything to the south of the center line, it's precinct 4, and everything to the north of the center line, it's precinct 3.
Thank you, sir.
And that was what was adopted in December 2021.
Okay. Are we good?
We're good.
Okay. Let's go on to item 36, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.071, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege, B 551.071, parentheses 1, parentheses 8, contemplated litigation, C 551.072, regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, and value of real property and possible action. In open session thereafter, D 551.073, regarding a negotiated contract, lease, or value real property and possible action thereafter. E 551.076, regarding security devices, security audits, and/or security personnel. If y'all will please, we'll take a little break. Everybody needs to go to the restroom, and if y'all will give us the room so we can have executive session. There it is. All right, no action was taken in executive session. We did talk a lot. Item 37, commissioners' comments. Item 38, county judges' comments. None. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.